Hi, welcome. I'm Po. Like you, I am a psychologist and someone who has been deeply transformed by Buddhist practice. A fun fact about me is that Buddhism is not a religion that I was raised in. I was raised in Taoism in Malaysia, and I encountered Buddhism in year 6 as one of the youth camps and continue to be active in Buddhist activities in high school and uni. It started as simple as, I like this. It's fun to organize activities with friends, to being more serious in 2004 when I came to Perth to study psychology, that I really dive deeper in cultivation and practice as a Buddhist practitioner. I took refuge then, practiced diligently, and even I wanted to renounce as a nun. But that is a story for another time. I've been a Mahayana practitioner for over 20 years now, alongside with my practice as a psychologist in the last 17 years. This video is the first video of my 3-video email series, The Buddhist Wisdom in the Therapy Room. In this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about what you may be experiencing in your journey, that subtle knowing that maybe there's something more than what I'm practicing in mindfulness practice. I wanted to share with you 3 tips as I come to understand and practicing Buddhism. If you are here, you might be experiencing that readiness. It often shows up as a longing for something deeper than just therapeutic techniques, and that deep-seated intuition that there is more to Buddhist psychology than what has been westernized and packaged in a Western world, and a desire to integrate these wisdom with more authenticity in your work, and a pull towards the heart of all of these teachings. So you probably learned Buddhism as you learn about dialectical behavioral therapy, the DBT, and the third wave of psychology therapy, acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, compassion-focused therapy, CFT, or self-compassion promoted by Christine Neff. But is Buddhism that's all? After Sakyamuni Buddha attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, he expounded the Buddha Dharma for 49 years in group congregations and in discourse with his disciples. Buddhism has so much to offer. In Buddhism, we have these 3 baskets and 12 divisions of Buddhist Canyon. It is a vast landscape dedicated to help sentient beings to free themselves out of their suffering and to gain enlightenment and liberation. I think this is really closely related to psychology. There are multiple. We say that there is 84,000 ways of skillful means and methods to help people based on their causal conditions. Maybe we are only scratching the surface. Maybe we miss that profound depth of Buddhism. And sometimes I do worry that the essence of Buddhism is dismissed and reduced to just therapeutic techniques used in the therapy room, but not relevant to our own life. It is then a missed opportunity to practice for greater purposes and for our own liberation and enlightenment, which would then be ashamed. In my own journey, this feeling of that longing of wanting to learn something deeper emerged after years of practicing mindfulness. And in the practice, when we're actually associated with a teacher, we transmitted the Buddha Dharma method, and we continue to practice and listen to Dharma talks, and we would then have more opportunities to learn something deeper and to be transmitted the great Dharma in the progressive levels. While the mindfulness practice have been valuable, and I feel calm and peaceful in the moment. I felt called to understand deeper teachings, concepts like sunyata, emptiness, bodhicitta, the awakened heart, the dynamics of the mind, the 7-8 consciousness, and what is Buddha nature? How do we gain enlightenment? Why do we have to practice the Bodhisattva path? How do we practice the Bodhisattva path? And what does that even mean? This isn't just abandoning what you already know as what you have learned so far in the books and in the journal articles. It is about expanding into what is possible. I just wanted to acknowledge these longing and these yearning that you have, these wishes of wanting to learn something deeper than what you already know, this intuition that there is something more in Buddhism. Thanks again for being here and signing up to these 3 video email series. I see you, and I wanted to help you to learn more as well. I resonate with that longing and yearning so much. My master shared with me once that there is a subtle difference between the intention of wanting to become liberated as a smaller vehicle practitioner versus greater vehicle practitioners who seek liberation for the sake of other sentient beings. Smaller vehicle practitioners tend to practice to seek liberation because there's too much suffering in the world. They want to be liberated from the sea of suffering and would like to have that quiet, calm, and peaceful to enter into nirvana so that they no longer experience all of these suffering to be in the human realm. However, a greater vehicle practitioner, someone who aspires to walk the Bodhisattva way, to liberate themselves and others, wants to practice to be liberated so that they have more profound wisdom and compassion to help more people. They liberate not because of their own comfort, but for the greater collective good. Whatever your intention is, for your wishes to learn more so that you can experience what I call spiritual freedom, I see you and I welcome you to join me in this community and pursuit. The second mindset that I wanted to share in this video is that Buddha talked about maintaining an open mind when learning and be ready to teach and let go of what you already know. You can't learn with a full cup. To absorb new ideas, you have to be like an empty cup so that you can hold what is being poured into your cup. There's an example in the Diamond Sutra that when you use a boat to ferry across from one shore to the other, you've arrived at your destination, but when you enter the shore, you actually have to let go of the boat and walk out to the land. Otherwise, you will never really arrive. You cannot continue to hold on to the boat tightly. Similarly, we have to let go some of our pre-existing knowledge and experience so that we can be open and take in what we need at this moment in our journey. The other concept that I wanted to bring in this discussion is the idea of Ehipassiko. Not sure if you heard about this before, but it's one of the early concepts I learned in high school, and that's the reason why I love about Buddhism. You take what you need. You don't have to believe or take in all the words that was expounded by Buddha, because Buddha said that None of the things that I said should be held as truth. You learn them, you practice them, and see if they work for you. Just like a scientist. If it works for you, great. You can use them, you can practice them. If it doesn't work for you, that's okay. No biggie. And for me, I think this is the scientist practitioner model from 2,600 years ago. There is no dogma that you have to absolutely follow. For me, Buddhism is not really a religion. It is more than a religion. It is more like a philosophy of life, and sometimes beyond what meets the eyes. The life that transcends beyond this present life. In Mahayana tradition, we talk about turning the light around. Instead of seeking what's going on outside of ourselves, we want to turn the light inward and observe within, and recognizing the wisdom that is already present within each and every one of us. My wish for you is to not take the Buddha's teachings as an intellectual knowledge, intellectual pursuit, to merely listen and make our ears feel good. We love that. It feels so good listening to that. But more truly to experience the wisdom and compassion within us. That's where true integration begins. So in our next video, we will explore one of the core concepts that transform my own practice and clinical work, the relationship between compassion and wisdom. Until then, I invite you to sit with this question. What if this longing for deeper understanding, deeper practice, is actually the first step on a profound journey of integration and enlightenment, I shall say. So thank you for being here. I look forward to continuing this journey, this exploration together with you.